one of the real limits on human thinking is the small size of the short-term memory, the amounts of things we can keep in attention. Well, size in terms of what units? Well, it turns out that if I have, say, some random letters, X, Y, G, V, each of those is a unit, and I can keep about 7 of those in my short-term memory. But if I have 7 words, dog, cat, mouse, rat, and so on, I can keep about 7 of those in memory. I can keep 7 chunks, where 7 chunks mean 7 familiar things. And now there's been an enormous amount of experimentation which supports that idea that the basic unit of memory is not a bit or not a letter or something arbitrary. It's a familiar unit. So when we talk about an expert having to store a lot of stuff, we usually say he has to store 50,000 chunks or more. That is, if it's a chessboard again, or let's take medical diagnosis, if it's a physician, he has to store 50,000 cues of things he can notice or learn from a test or do or the like that give him access to his information about medical science. As your chunks grow larger in any field, you see more. So if we put a chess grandmaster in front of a chessboard for 5 seconds, a chessboard with an actual game displayed on it for 5 seconds, and then take it away and ask him to reproduce it, then the master can do that almost without error, 95% for 25 pieces. If you put a novice there, somebody who plays chess or even a weekend chess player, they'll replace 5 or 6 pieces or 7. For them, a piece is a chunk. For the grandmaster, whole collections of pieces are chunks. And so the board doesn't consist of 25 pieces, it consists of a half a dozen chunks. Now if you take that same board and arrange it at random, then the master is hardly better than the amateur player, 7 or 8 pieces, which shows that it's nothing about the eyes. The grandmaster doesn't have sharper eyes than the other. It has to do with the chunks that have been stored in memory through years and years of looking at chessboards. And you can run the experiment on yourself in any field where you happen to have knowledge. If you're a bridge player or a poker player, you can remember hands, bridge, that other people can't remember. If you're a physician, you'll remember collections of symptoms.